Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now you're probably thinking, what does she mean by the title of this video? Well, obviously you probably don't know my face. Most people watching this would know my face because they know me IRL. But I wanted to start making podcast style videos because I want to be back on YouTube. And where do I even begin? So in 2017, as an 11-year-old, I started making YouTube videos. Obviously nothing big, just having fun, because I always wanted to be a YouTuber. I then stopped in I want to say 2019. I don't know. And then restarted again 2021, absolutely failed. Restarted again in 2022, absolutely failed. Restarted again in 2024, absolutely failed. So this has been a long time coming. I think this time where I'm at, I want to be consecutively posting videos. Obviously very podcast style, other things mixed in. But let's get down to the truth as to why I have been quitting. I know people are probably thinking girl, we don't care that you quit because you have no fans. True, I don't want fans. I'm doing this for me. But let's get into that. We're going to be getting deep on this video because I do need to explain as to why I keep quitting. And I think if I explain it, it will help not only me, but maybe someone else is out there I really want to start YouTube, but I can't because blah, blah, blah. They might relate because obviously it's not a big deal, but it's a big deal to me. And that's all that should matter. So I feel like I keep quitting YouTube because I keep getting unmotivated. And on the surface, that sounds so yeah, she's just unmotivated to do it. So why would you even be posting? It's well, great question. But that's the thing. It all comes down to mental health. And I personally struggle a lot with mental health. Obviously, I'll talk more about that in future videos if anybody's interested. It's something I've always struggled with since I was a tween. Also, can we bring back the word tween? No one be saying that anymore. But I think no one's saying it because tweens don't really exist anymore, because tweens don't have, they act like teens when they get to tweens because they have no representation. Anyway, that's a story for another time. I've been struggling with mental health ever since I was a tween. It obviously got worse throughout the years, blah, 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 blah. I had really rough patches and came out the other side. But during those rough patches, I obviously wanted to be creative with my YouTube, with fashion, with all of these different things. And as you know, it's really hard to stay motivated when you're mentally struggling. So I get in this. So I will start posting, consecutively, being really, really motivated to do it. I'm yes, pumping out all these videos. I went through, obviously a lot of eras with YouTube. One day I'm going to react to all of my videos, okay? Because, some of them really crazy, really cringe, really bless. She was really trying to find herself. But I'm at a stage now where I am very comfortable with who I am. I think I'm the truest of myself that I've ever been. So that's why I want to do this again. But anyway, we'll get to that in a second. But there was a stage in 2024 where I was posting really consecutively. I'd be posting twice a week. It was girl, no one you don't need to be grinding out that many videos because no one cares about those videos. Not that I was doing it Not that I was doing it because I thought people cared, but I was doing it because I needed something to like be like, this is gonna work out if I post this and this and this and this. But as I'm getting older, I'm actually slowly realizing that like anything that you force that doesn't really truly feel right in the moment, you're not being your true authentic self, it's not really gonna like work out for you, because that in the end ended up contributing worse to my mental health, because like I feel like I have to post this and this and this, but I have no video ideas. I'm like, what am I doing? Because you don't have to be posting this. So it just started getting a little bit out of hand, and it was just like not the true version of myself at all. I was doing things to please what I thought other people wanted, what I thought to get other like validation in a way, which is not at all what I want this to be about, or anything like that really. I think, oh my God, I can hear the fan in my laptop. Of course I can. MacBook Air moment. Also, pretend she doesn't have tape on her. Like she's been with me for a while and she's falling apart. So we don't need to acknowledge her tape, okay? Because her screen's falling off. But I love her so much and she's not going anywhere. Okay? Probably need to make this tape pink. But now in this new era, I feel as though it's my calling to make videos, because I'm at a place where I want to do it for fun and I want to do it to express myself, which is always what it's been about. It's always been about that, of course. But there was that underlying feeling of, what are my real motivations for doing this? Am I doing this because I want something out of it? Or am I doing this because I truly love it? I truly loved it, but I was doing it because I wanted something out of it. Now it's like I'm going to be doing it because I love it. And if something comes out of it, that's like, that would just be a blessing. Things that you can expect from the future sort of would be like, because I don't know, the whole thing is I'm doing what I love, so there's not going to be any, like, what can you expect? But my boyfriend and I really want to make videos together, because he is so much like me. He is so funny, and I think people would really enjoy that, like, a lot. We want to do like camping videos, because can you imagine me camping? No, you can't. And that's the fun of it, right? So, and he's a very big like camper, hiker, like for days on end kind of vibe. So there was a point where I got to where I was very much focused on, you know, like I would get back into these moments where I would be like almost being so motivated to do it that it would cause such a high, and then I would come down from that and be like, it's not even worth it, like blah blah, but like not in a thinking way, more like a feeling, like I could feel it in my whole being. Like I don't know if it's because of my mental health that like, obviously I won't talk too much about my mental illness. I don't use that word lightly either. Don't come for me. Professionally diagnosed. I'm not telling you what it is because we're not on that level yet. But eventually I'll talk about it to you because, of course. But we're not on the level. Like, go shush. Anyway, because of that, I was feeling these up and down emotions, but I would get into this mental state of being like, I'm so motivated to post, like this is gonna work out so well, and then I have this random click of emotion where I'm like, oh fuck, like I don't want to like film anything, like this is like why, like I was so motivated, and then that makes me scared, and that creates fears surrounding wanting to do this, because it's a fear, and fears, they come in, like, they're going to be built upon each other over and over and over and over again. So this is quite a big thing for me to come back right now. I'm doing it because I want to challenge myself. I think I can push through it. I'm surrounded by a lot of people who support me at the moment. You know, like my boyfriend, my friends, I'm doing uni at the moment, and TAFE, it's like it's a jewel award for my TAFE uni girlies. You get it. It's a jewel award. Like, it's a jewel award. Also, oh my God, me saying so picked that up from Tana Mojo on accident, but she said she picked it up from someone else, so it's a chain reaction. I've been saying it since like the dawn of time, since she started, so don't pick me up on that, alright? But my TAFE girlies are really, 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 really supportive of me, and they've really pushed me to do this, and I was like, yes, queens, like, I literally live for you. I live for you. They are just so my people, like, anyway. And yeah, obviously my boyfriend plays a big role as well. Oh my God, just realized my lips probably, like, the whole time, like, sorry if you hate mouth noises. I'm hoping the microphone doesn't pick them up very much, because I sort of set it to a setting that's like chill. Hashtag praying. But yeah, and obviously my boyfriend is a very, very, very big supporter of me, and like I said, like him and I wanting to do videos together makes me more motivated to do. It's not that me saying like motivated as if it's a chore. It's not a chore, but obviously my heart is telling me this is what I want to do, because I have so much fun doing it, and I could talk about YouTube for days. Like, she is my girl. I have always been a YouTube girly. Stop saying like girl, but it has always been such an escape for me, and I think that's obviously why I really, really want to do it. But the motivation part of that was something I always struggled with because of my mental health, if that makes sense. It's like a back and forth thing. Like, they're like one in the same, which, yeah, if anyone struggles, they obviously know. But yes, my boyfriend is very, very supportive, helps me stay motivated, because he helps me not see the fear part of things, because the fear is what's holding me back from doing what I love. That's basically what I'm trying to say here. But yeah, anyway, so that's sort of what I wanted to say. Yeah, I'm just going to post whenever. I'm not going to, obviously with my uni work, it's very full on. For my uni TAFE girlies, we are at TAFE 4 full days a week from like 9 to 3:30. And then on Mondays we have online classes. So it's like a full thing. So I have like no time to be doing this. So it's giving what gave you the right, girl, to do this. But it's because I love it, and you still got to do things you love even when you're struggling. I really hope that in the future I can see how much I say and be like, girl, you need to work on that. But anyway, so very full on, doing a lot of work. But I thought right now it's my holidays, even though I have like an assessment to do. I have a whole essay to write that I haven't even written. I've written half of it, and it's due next Wednesday. It is currently Wednesday, so I've got a week. But, what am I studying, by the way, you ask? I'm studying a bachelor degree in fashion. Bachelor degree of Creative Arts Fashion. If anyone cares, I did a Cert 3 first, and then nearly finished my first year of the bachelor degree. So it feels like I've been there a very long time, but I haven't. But I haven't. I haven't been in that course for a long time, but I've been... Anyway, you guys don't care probably. But me and my Cert 3 girlies, me and my Cert 3 girlies, moved from Cert 3 to bachelor degree, and we are all like this. I love my Cert 3 girls so much. But anyway, yeah, so today I was thinking, I asked people, some of you guys, to ask me questions on Instagram. I obviously can't read all of them because girl, it sounds like I got so many. I can't read them all. I could only pick some. No, I mean, some of them it's just like I can't answer because the questions that were asked, but I will answer some of them. Also, like, these were all my friends, obviously, because I know everyone that's following me, basically. But anyway, okay, first question from Ivana. She's one of my TAFE girlies, Cert 3 girlies for the win. If you weren't studying Bachelor of Fashion, what would you study instead? So, love that she answered this question because obviously she's studying Bachelor of Fashion too. So silly of me to be like that. But anyway, oh my god, clock how many times I say bed anyway, and but I would be studying probably something to do with acting. I have always, you know, when I graduated high school, I thought that I would go into acting because at the time I was doing like acting classes and I was doing I was very submerged like in that acting realm. I was doing like 3 shows at once, which doesn't sound like many. 4 shows maybe. I don't know. Doesn't sound like many, but trust me, in the moment it is. Okay. 3. It was not 4. Probably 2. I don't know. No, it was 3. But I was doing... No, you guys don't need to know. But anyway, clock it. I was very submerged into the acting realm, and I really, really, really thought I was going to do something to do with acting, but I dropped out of English in year 12. So if you don't know what the Australian schooling system is like, you've got to do, at my school anyway, you had to do 5 subjects, even though it's like only compulsory to do like 4 or 3 and a like a TAFE thing. What's it called? Fuck, I don't know. But my school was like, you have to do 5 in case you have like whatever one you're failing is like blah, blah, blah. I had to drop out of English because I was struggling so much. But in doing that, that kind of wipes out acting because you need that as a prerequisite. So that was sort of out of the question. I had a year off. And I think I really found who I was way more in that 1 year. I had a gap year. And I was like, okay, like, I actually think I'm going to go back to my roots and study fashion because ever since I was a little girl, I've loved fashion. When I say loved, I don't mean just loved. Like, for my, like, 8th birthday, my nan got me a sewing machine and, like, a mannequin, and my mum got me like a kit and all this sort of stuff. So it's always been a part of my life, and ever since I was a little girl, I had this big dream, like, I'm going to be a fashion designer and I'm going to go to Paris, and like, as every little girl does, obviously, but I was like, I'm going to go to Paris and I'm going to be a fashion designer, and I sort of just knew that that's what I wanted to do. And when you're a kid, like, you know, like, I don't know how to explain, but you know, and it's very much, I don't know, in that year off I had off of school, I think like a gap year is very, very important because you don't know, like, you need to figure out a lot about yourself in that gap year. So when I had that gap year, I found out a lot about myself, and I sort of rediscovered my past loves for things, and that's where the love for fashion sort of really kicked back in. Obviously, it's always been a constant in my life, but I never thought like, oh, I could study this. But then I started seeing a future with it, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to try out the Cert 3. I'm going to study it, see how it goes, and if I like it, I'll start doing the degree. Obviously, loved it, now doing the degree. But yeah, so if I didn't go down that route and I went straight from high school to, what's it called? Uni. If I went straight from high school to uni, I would have probably done acting, because that was definitely the route I was taking. What was my favourite acting role, you ask? No one asked, but I'm going to give it you anyway. Loved playing Leah in DNA. Hello, that's my girl. That's my fucking girl, okay? She is literally like, I connected with her on a soul level. It's also the amount of lines is like, I know y'all be like, it's not that big of a deal. It was for me. Okay. It was for me. Also for my high school gang, loved playing boxer in Animal Farm, okay? Me and that horse are like this. Also, I also played Old Major in Animal Farm too. Also loved him, even though he was there for like 2 seconds. But so that was like probably my favorites. What else did I love? Quick. No, yeah, this is probably my two really favorite. Yeah. Anyway, next question. This one is from Lucas, and he asked, what's your favorite concert? Now, I have a lot of favorite concerts. So for anyone who doesn't know me, I'm a humongous Paramore fan, like you would not even believe. Like, I know every single song ever, every single unreleased ever, every single everything ever. Hayley Williams is my mother type of vibe. You know what I mean? And the rest of the band, obviously, love them too. Zach, Taylor, mwah. But anyway, point is, they helped me a lot through my mental health in the past. Like, those times I was talking about before with, like, I was in the depths of hell, like, whatever, they literally saved my life. Like, and I don't say that lightly at all. They saved my life. Like, I could not get to where I am today without Paramore, and that is such a big, 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 big part of my life. Like, I almost get weird talking about it because I don't like showing that I'm sort of a fan of it. Like, I do, but I don't try to like be like I'm such a fangirl to people, because it feels like they don't get it. And if anyone's a fangirl of anything, they will get that, because as a fangirl, sometimes things that you keep too close to your heart, it's really hard to express truly how much they mean to you, because it sort of becomes a trigger almost. Like, I don't know how to explain it. So like when people would be like talking about Paramore, I get like, that's my girl, but like not gatekeep because they're huge, but like, do you know what I mean? I think y'all know what I mean, because we all have our really deep things like that. But anyway, point is, Paramore, favorite concert I've ever been to. I literally couldn't breathe because of how much I was crying. I went alone. It was my first concert I ever went to alone. Yeah, it was like the best concert. Truly, 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 truly amazing. It was actually like no other. Like, Hayley's vocals, I couldn't breathe. Like, and just also Hayley's solo music. Love. Please, Hayley, come to Australia. Please, 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 please. Her 3 albums, my go-tos anytime I'm feeling sad. It's like, hello. My Instagram profile is currently a Hayley Williams picture, just FYI. Of course. But anyway, yeah, so Paramore's definitely my favourite. But other concerts that would come second would definitely be Katy Perry. Loved the Katy Perry concert, which I think Lucas went to as well. So, okay, baddie, like twinning. She's my girl. Like, literally one of the first people I ever idolized as a child. She truly was like, as a child, I I would always be like, that person's me, that person's me, that person's me. And I would get so inspired and go, because what I love hard. So I really saw Katie and I was like, that is me. Like, that's me. And I like forever, I have just loved her so much. So seeing her was like a literal childhood dream come true. Because, you know, as a kid, like, I was only really listening to you only really listen to your parents' music. And then sort of, I don't know, you start hearing your own sort of stuff and then you sort of mold into your people. Katy Perry was one of the first people that I sort of molded. Like, I was starting to mold into my own being, if that makes sense. I don't know. But she was like my laptop background at school and everything. It was so cute. Like, Maya, shout out to Maya. And there's other people too, if you're watching, you'll know. But we used to do like a dance to Raw at lunchtimes and stuff and show the teachers. It's a big thing. But anyway, so Katie or Paramore, or who else have I been to? This is going to be bad if I can't remember. I did love Harry Styles. I really did. Because at the time I was just such a huge One Direction fan too. It was Love on Tour, so it wasn't like... It was like not that long ago. But, I mean, all of these were not that long ago. Like, what am I talking about? Paramore was like 3 years ago this year, actually. Take it back. And Katie was last year. But, oh my God, how would I forget? The Sex Pistols were also insane. When I tell you insane. If anyone knows anything about me, I have studied the punk movement like... Oh my God. Really, 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 really deeply. Like, when I was in high school, I studied it for like 3 years straight. 2 years straight. Any free choice assignment was like Sex Pistols, punk movement. Yes, so I'm very well knowledgeable. And even now in uni, I'm like Sex Pistols, punk movement, or fetish fashion, or... Because fetish fashion is my girly. Like, no one understands. I know so much about fetish fashion and the realm of bondage, the realm of BDSM, me. But anyway, and I don't say that lightly either. Like, don't be saying I don't know ball, because I know fucking ball, okay? If you know, you know. But anyway, so yes, studied all of that. All of that realm is me. So when I saw the Sex Pistols, it was very, very, very like, oh my God, like, this is so insane. All the concerts I've been to have been ones where it's like jaw-dropping, like, hello. So Sex Pistols was really good. I saw it with my dad. Saw them with my dad. Obviously didn't see John Lydon because he is not currently associated with the band, but Paul, Glenn and Steve absolutely loved. It was like amazing. Plus Frank, of course, he was really good. Like, he actually really captured the essence. But anyway, Maya said conspiracy theories I believe in. Now, I'm not quite sure because I'm not really the conspiracist. Really praying that's a word or my downfall begins. But the classic moon landing, sometimes I think it's a bit dodge. Do I think we went to the moon? Yes. Do I think it was in that moment? Maybe not. Not sure. But regardless, that's probably the only one I can think of because I'm really not a conspiracy theory girl. I'm like, okay, sure, like, whatever. Probably happened. Probably didn't. Probably happened, probably didn't. Sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like I don't really care enough to be conspiracy. It's like I don't really care. Like, whatever's happening is happening. Also, with all the... No, we're not getting into that. Maya said what got me into fashion. I sort of answered this before, but my nan, definitely. Like, as a kid, like, sewing side of things, my nan definitely got me into fashion. She helped me with, like, everything, teaching me how to sew, like, teaching me about all of those sort of things. So definitely my nan. But of my love for fashion, I don't know. I think the fact that I I think it is the best way to express yourself. If there's any way to express yourself, it's through fashion or nails or hair or makeup. Just truly, like, it's the best way to express yourself. Just kind of fell into my lap because I was trying to find who I was as a kid. If that makes sense. Cameron said favorite album or song recommendation. I would say literally, like, obviously anything by Paramore. My foot's going numb. I really hope this doesn't look... Oh, ow! I really hope that you can't see that foot right now because it looks not the best. And I don't want y'all to see my feet anyway. I should have worn socks, but... Serving... Ugh. But song or album recommendation, I would say anything by Paramore, of course, but definitely all their stuff on the B-sides, so underrated because they're obviously they're unreleased, so they're obviously underrated. But yeah, or Hayley Williams' solo music is just like literally out of this world. She is such a talented writer. I think The Flowers for Vases is her, like, such a beautiful album that is so to the heart. Like, that is my go-to album when I'm sad, my go-to album when I'm wanting to sing. I think your singing voice is the gateway to your soul. So it's just a beautiful album. Hayley's voice is just, wow. Out of this world. Genuinely out of this world. This next question is from my boyfriend, and he said Australiana tier list. Girl, I asked him what this meant, and he was like, oh, just like Australian things, just like rank them. It's like, okay, let me think about this. I don't really even know what even Australian stuff is. Like, I've lived here forever. I'm born and raised. Don't even know. I would rank number 1 is the animals. Because I love animals. You know, a koala, a wombat, a kangaroo moment. Yes, that's probably all I can say about it because I can't think of anything Australian right now. Georgia said, what's my favourite nail set I've ever had, and show photo. I'd say these ones, actually. I do my own nails, which, like hashtag scare, like, they're acrylics, they probably look bad, but I'm getting better. I used to do them a lot when I was like 15, I want to say, and I've only really recently got back into it because I don't know, I was like, I need to save money, so I spent like so much money on buying new stuff, and I've restarted. But just don't look too close, sort of moment. Just don't look too close. But they look pretty good, and I think it's best way to express myself because I can do whatever I want, like whatever designs I want. But yeah, so I'd say these ones, or the ones I did before this was they were bulbous. They were very bulbous. Cameron said, if you could spend a day in any decade, which would you choose? I would choose the 70s, I think, because I have always felt connected to the 70s. Like, obviously, I was just talking about the 70s punk movement, but it's not even just that. Like, I'm currently living in my great-grandmother's house, and it's a 70s house, and it is the most beautiful house I have ever seen. I'm not even kidding. I could not be more happy living here. It is like the stone floor in the hallway, the beautiful wooden feature wall, the details of the doors, the handles are also like up here, so it's like just stunning. The wardrobes in front of me right now, like looking at the detailing, it's truly amazing. And like this whole built-in set, like this side table set and all, built in, stunning, beautiful, love it. The bathroom is stunning, it's purple. The kitchen is blue. Like, I love 70s interior and exterior. Like, it's just truly amazing. If I didn't choose the 70s because that's a very, very, like, of course you chose that answer. If I didn't choose that, oh my God, I forgot I have my Monster. I just remembered I was meant to drink this. I was meant to drink this before I filmed the podcast. The podcast, like I'm filming such a big, high quality podcast. I can call it a podcast if I want to, really. I don't know why I just made fun of myself. Because it's sort of what it is, but it's not. Also, just in case y'all are wondering, Tana and Trisha really are the people who really, really got me inspired to do this, because I was thinking about what sort of content I want to make. Because I was like, I need to do something that actually makes me really happy. I listened to every single episode of Not Love Line, every single episode of Just Trish, Oscar, and Moses really, 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 really get me inspired to me holding my Monster right now as if it's an ad. They really get me inspired to just, like, really live out my dreams. Like Trish with everything. Like today I was having a rough day and she said something in the pod, because the podcast came out like this morning in Australia. It's weird times. It came out at like 12:30 a.m. at night. So I watched all of that today while I was getting ready to do this video. Listened. I don't actually watch the podcast. I listened to them. But she said something that really, 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 really sat with me. She did a new sponsor, and I had sponsor. Girl, that was so not South Australian of me. But anyway, she said something, because I was having a rough day today, I'm not even gonna lie, a bit rough with my mental health, and she had said something about she got this new sponsor and it was related to exactly what I'm going through, and I was like, fuck, like that's my girl. It really, really just was a sign for me. I was like, yes, this is, like, I just had so many signs today. I also, do I want to get into that? I don't know. Let me have a sip. Do I want to get into that? I don't know. I heard a song that was from my childhood and it like made me so nostalgic for my younger self. I was like, oh my God, bless you. And it was just like such a sign. It was like, it was more to it, but it was just such a sign. And yeah, but anyway, so today has been a lot of signs for me, and I've been living for it. I'm really holding this Monster like I'm promoted. Here's an ad for Monster. Actually, if I ever get sponsored by Monster one day, please, because I am such a Monster girly, even though I shouldn't be drinking them, because I shouldn't be drinking them. That's what that was giving. But I mean, like, I shouldn't be drinking them because they are actually genuinely so bad for you. No, they wouldn't sponsor me. But how did I get here? Literally, how did I get here? Decades talking about why. Oh, Trisha and Tana. So yes, they very much inspire me to be my true self, and really inspire me to do this podcast. Oh my God, don't clock me for saying because guys, it comes naturally. I swear, I'm not trying to be Tana. Like, also, by the way, been watching Tana since like I was like 8. Like, she really had me, like, as a kid. She was really like one of my first YouTube inspirations. Like, should not have been watching her at that age. But another Georgia said, what do you want to do after you finish fashion school? Also, what's your fave fashion trend at the moment? Love this question. When she sent it, I was like, oh my God, what a queen. I love you so much. What do I want to do after fashion school? Obviously I want to be a fashion designer. I'd love also to be a trend forecaster. I think that's so cool. But realistically, I don't know. It's really hard to break into the industry. So not sure, but I will definitely hopefully be doing something in that fashion area. I want to make my way up. I eventually want to start like an own brand, but you got to be in a different, it's best to be in a, gain experience in a normal, like in a brand that isn't your own first. So I got to do, like, there's just so much, but I would in theory love to work just in fashion, Or I would love to continue doing YouTube as a job eventually one day. That would be like a blessing. Obviously, that wouldn't make me stop doing fashion. I'd probably combine the two. But yeah, like I really want to do haute couture fashion one day. And that's like the hardest thing ever to break into. So hashtag good luck to me, but hashtag I believe I can do it, because hashtag, sure, like why not? I can make all my dreams come true. Oh my God, has my eyelash been falling off this whole time? Oh, I don't even know. It looks fine in my mirror. Let me like turning. Hello, like. But anyway. And what's my favorite fashion trend? I really love that the 2000s has come back. At first, I was like, stop spilling my tea. Like, but no. It's like, girl, if you want to live like you're in the 2000s, like everyone else has got to be on that trend too. So I really love that it's come back, because it makes me feel like I'm living in the 2000s, that everyone else is also living in the 2000s. Do you know what I mean? But I really did like the polka dot trend. I really think that was really cute, really classy, quite chic. Love the polka dots. Love a good stripe. I love a good stripe. If you couldn't tell, I'm wearing stripes right. Actually, you can't tell at all. I'm wearing stripes right now. Serving stripe. Oh my God, and they're on my fingernail. My fingernail. Oh my God, you probably didn't hear me. I'm new to this. Help. Me like being like over there while the microphone's like nowhere near my mouth. But anyway, clock that tea. Yes, I also really loved the little bow trend. Ivana and I were talking about how we didn't want it to, like, when we sometimes contribute into the bow trend, we keep thinking like it was a bit like corny at first, because everyone's like bow on everything. But now if you put like a little tasteful bow, it's really pretty and really chic. Sorry to anyone who loves bows. I just like really just came for you, but I didn't. But I did on accident. But like I love it too. Like, oh, I love a good big heel. Big heels need to be back. Like stilettos, bring them back. Bring them back now. I'm looking at my shoe closet as we speak. I'm going to give you guys a shoe haul one day. Going to give you a bag haul too. I have so many bags literally everywhere. Yes. Like, oh my God, yes. Sophie asked, favorite fashion diva. So, I have, if we're talking fashion designer, I would say Vivienne Westwood and Malcolm McLaren are like my number ones. Definitely they, or fuck my Australian accent. Thierry Mugler, fuck, butchered, absolutely butchered. But you get the point. Love him. Love him too. But anyway, them I live for. I live for all of them. I'm very much a fetish fashion girly. Like I said, they all very much embody the fetish fashion. I love Vivienne and Malcolm from back in the day. People often be like, you love Vivienne Westwood? It's like, yes, but I love her. Oh, yes, I love her, full stop. And yes, I love her recent stuff. Well, it was recent before she passed. But the real tea is her 70s shit. Like, are you kidding me? Sex Boutique? My girl. That is my girl. I have studied that boutique, like I said, like 1,000 million trillion times. All those pieces are my entire being. But yeah, but if we're talking fashion diva for like, I don't know, people who like embody fashion, who would I say? Trisha and Tana. They wouldn't, I don't really, that people wouldn't consider them fashion divas, but like I do, you know, because why not? Who actually even are like fashion diva? Let me think. Coming back to Katy Perry, I've always loved Katy Perry's looks. Her latex looks always like my girl, me. Like I said, fetish fashion again. Really live for. Lady Gaga. Hello. Oh my God. Lady Gaga's fashion is everything I want to be and more. everything I want to be in. More. Hello. How did I forget that? Not forget. I just didn't really think about it. Yes, Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga. Enough said, full stop. Cameron said, what is my top 3 favorite fashion inspirations right now? Just the 2000s probably, as we can tell. But that's always been me, and I've always been a 2000s girly. Only recently have I really found my foot in the 2000s clothing. You know how like things have subgenres almost? I definitely was dabbling in a bit of everything to do with 2000s, but I think I've found my sort of McBling, sort of like I've definitely found my footing within that category, if that makes sense. Yeah, so that plus fetish fashion, of course. Like I said, I love fetish fashion. Like, girl, shut up about it. We heard you the first time. Also, because it's a bit taboo, it's like probably girl, shut up. People are probably thinking because it's taboo, you need to stop talking about it. I know it makes people uncomfortable. I don't really care because it's me. I love you all. But anyway, I'm really going to actually spend time on these videos and to edit it to make it exactly what I want. Very like embody my younger self. Almost like I really as a child, obviously my peak YouTube era was 2014, 2015, 2016. And that's sort of what I want to base my content around, because that's where I feel most truly myself. Is because, like I said, your younger self is your true self, because you're not burdened by the world yet and so on. So I think I'm going to resonate, because that's what resonates with me most is content from that time. So I definitely think challenge is inspired by that. Video is inspired by that. Like my boyfriend and I want to do the chapstick challenge. Ugh. If you know, you know. That was such an awakening as a child, the chapstick challenge. But anyway, not an awakening, just a little bit of a horny moment. Sorry to anyone who's watching that doesn't want to hear me talk about that shit. No, I'm not sorry. Because I'm closer to my true self than I've ever been, it's going to feel more authentic, if you know what I mean. Obviously, this first video is a little nerve-wracking, so apologies if I feel a little bit... I mean, I am being my true self, but I'm trying to keep things fast-paced, because it's really hard when you have no one to bounce off of. But in the future, I want to do videos with people in my life. Like, I want to do it with my friends. I want to do it with my boyfriend, like I said, like 10,000 times. Let's go. Shut up about it. I want to do it with my beautiful sisters. I have two younger sisters who are literally like my best friends, like forever and ever and ever and ever. They are the funniest people ever, so I would love to have them on the pod. Not just making podcast style type videos, but I think that's where I feel most comfortable and most myself. And if no one watches them, it doesn't matter, because it's like, it's me getting my thoughts out, which is a healthy thing anyway. I think this has been such a good little moment for me. I've really enjoyed doing this. My little me being at my microphone, like taking my mouth away while I'm talking. She's so new to the game, guys. She's so new to the game. Yes. My little bedazzled microphone. I wish I could bedazzle the whole thing, but it was a last minute decision and I didn't have any rhinestones, and this is the best I could do. I already had this microphone, by the way. I didn't go out to buy it for this. Although I would have loved to, but I am serving brokey and can't be affording to just do that every time I have a new hobby. Although I did have this microphone from a hobby from like 6 years ago when I wanted to become a songwriter. So that's why I have this. But it's for my podcast now, so everything worked out. My podcast, girl, no, it is. Because like I said, it's my first time back. Definitely playing with the idea of like trying to figure out how to talk long form without editing, because usually I'm fine with it
because I know I can edit it out. But with this time, it's like, girl, you're trying to edit out like nearly to nothing. You're trying to edit out nothing, nearly nothing here. So it's really, really, really hard to do that and just consecutively talk and talk and talk and talk. It's not because I'm a very big talker, but it is from jumping from one thing to another. It's taking a lot of energy out of me. But it's fun, and that's what I want to do. So I love you all, and thank you for sticking around. If you've made it this far in the video, I can assure you that at least 2 people would have watched this whole video. And I love you guys. There's 2 people that watched this full video or more. I don't know. Praying that there's more. I love you so much. You're probably like the main people in my life. But anyone else who's made it this far, I love you too. And can't wait to keep posting more videos. It's going to be so fun. But yeah, so make sure you subscribe. Haven't said those words in a long time. Make sure you subscribe and like the video if you want to. And if you don't want to, you don't have to, of course. But I would really, really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm definitely where I'm meant to be in life right now and having fun. So subscribe, and I love you all. And I'll see you when I see you, because I have no idea when I'm going to post next, but hopefully it'll be, I'm aiming for at least like once a month at this stage, or like, just like I said, whenever I feel it. It's not going to be a big thing until I feel secure to post regularly. I'll post regularly. But I love you, and bye.